Hello and welcome back to my English coaching class. I am your English teacher Sayyid Ashikur Rahman. Students, as you have seen in our last class, we were discussing the topic the enemy, and this is the part number 3 of the video. And in the part 2, where I have ended, immediately from there I'll be continuing. If you want to see the recapitulation, you must see the part 1 and it is followed by part 2 and 3. So there is no recapitulation. I'm not doing any recapitulation here in the part 3. So if you want to see if you understand the before events, you need to see the part 2. You can get the recapitulation event of part 2 and you can come down to the part 3. Okay. So just before continuing or before initiating the description of the chapter, just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't press the thumbs up button and do like my videos. And don't forget to press the bell icon, the middle one, where I'll be uploading my videos. You can get the live. Okay. So, and later on in the free hours, you can see and you can recall these events. Okay. So just students, don't forget it and just do share the videos to every students. They can watch and understand. Okay. So back to the class immediately. Okay. So in our last class, we were here only he will die unless he's operated, Sadao said, considering the question is whether he will not die anyway. I was discussing, Hannah cried out in fear, don't try to save him. What if he should leave? See, I told you I was discussing, they both are in dilemma, showing humanitarian behavior one side and on the other side, patriotism behavior. They are patriot, they are Japanese. These two ideas are getting collide. What to do first? At the same time reacting, why we are doing this? Why we are doing this? Okay, so here they are saying, don't try to save him, don't save him, let him die. Okay, what if he should die? Sada replied, what will happen? He will die. Okay, why? He stood gazing. See, being a doctor, he is looking first why he will allow this man to die. Down on the motionless man, this man must have extraordinary vitality. He would have been dead by now. So he's saying this man is something extraordinary vitality. See, you might be heard, जिसको खुदा बचाता है, उसको कोई मार नहीं सकता. To whom the God protects, no one can kill. No one can kill. Okay, so this man have extraordinary vitality. Something extraordinary quality is there. Extraordinary gift is there. He would have been dead by now. Otherwise, he would have been died. Okay, but then he was very young, perhaps not yet 25. So now looking to the face, he's able to guess what is his age. He is near about 25. Okay, what is his age? 25. Okay, so students are able to understand his age. His age is 25. He's very young. Not yet 25 means he's not reached to the age of 25. Perhaps not yet 25 means he's less than 25. He's less than 25. He has not yet reached to the age of 25. Okay, very young. You mean die from the operation? Hannah asked. Means what do you mean? What do you want? Means you are doing something and he will die by operation. Okay, so you might have heard the Tiger King. Okay, operation successful, man is dead. So that kind of what we can say, the thing is going to happen. The Hannah asked. Sadao said, yes. Sadao replied, yes, that is going to. The successful operation is going to do it. But whether humor successful or reality success will come to know in the end. So Hannah considered this doubtfully, and when she did not answer. Hannah considered this doubtfully, and when she did not answer, Sadao turned away. So what happened? Hannah considered this doubtfully. Means, see, when something is clear to you, you understand, yes, it's clear. When something is not clear, you ask, I'm not able to understand. When there is confusion, you remain silent. You did not understand what had happened. You're in confusion state, so you remain silent. Similarly, the confusion was there in front of Hannah. Hannah considered this doubtful, and when she did not answer, Sada turned away. So she did not answer. As she is in confusion state, she remained silent. And Sada also was busy with his work. At any rate, something must be done with him. At any rate, means at any cost, some immediate steps must be taken for this man. And first, he must be washed. At first, he must be washed. He must be cleaned. Who? This who? This man, the American soldier, wartime prisoner, must be, their enemy must be washed. He went quickly out of the room and Hannah came behind him. He went out of the room and at the back, who was there? Hannah. She did not wish to be left alone with the white man. She did not wish to be left alone with the white man. He was the first she had seen since she left America, and now he seemed to have nothing to do with those whom she had known there. So she is also recalling now. In the beginning, we have seen that Dr. Stow was recalling that the time he has spent in America with Americans. Now this girl, this wife of Sadao, she is also focusing the past event as she has spent in America. Now there is no correct connection with these Americans. Here he was her enemy. Again, here who is he? He is he was her enemy, and a menace, living or dead. He is in a painful condition. Who is on the stage of living? Means right now is in living condition, or dead. Means the breath is going on. He's not active to respond to the stimuli that is going on, that is breathing. So he cannot respond. He is only just alive in a breathing condition, but body is inactive. He's almost, we can say, is dead. She turned to the nurse and called Yumi. Now she went and called to Yumi. But the children heard her voice and she had to go in for a moment and smile at them and play with the baby boy, now nearly 3 months old. So now she's having 3 months old baby boy. Okay, that is Hannah and Sadao's baby boy. So what happened when the kids are there? They have 2 kids. When she's going towards them, when she's calling Yumi, she need to give some time to them. Okay, otherwise they won't be in control. So over the baby's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth. Okay, over the baby's soft black hair, she motioned with her mouth. Yumi come with me. She was holding the baby, and from there she just said it, Yumi, come with me. I'll put the baby to bed, Yumi replied. He is ready. She went with Yumi into the bed. Next to nurse stood with the boy in her arms while Yumi spread the sleeping quilts on the floor and laid the baby between them. So she arranged the quilts and mother was holding the baby. She arranged everything and they just put the baby into the bed. Yumi, then Hannah led the way quickly and softly to the kitchen. Now, silently, the Hannah is going towards the kitchen. The 2 servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. So now, after listening there, the 2 servants were frightened. Okay, they were on a stage of anger. The anger is getting beginning. The old gardener, who was also a house servant, pulled few hairs on his upper lip. Okay, so what happened? The old gardener, who was a house servant, pulled his few hairs on the upper lips. Okay, so pulled the hairs to the upper lips or from here. Okay, so what happened? See, when someone is confused, someone is tensed, someone just scratch the hair, just pull the hair. So what happened? This man listening, frightened, worried, tensed. So that's why he pulled his hairs. The master ought not to heal the wound of this white man. He sent bluntly to Hannah. Directly, in a blunt manner, very straightforward manner, master must not heal the wound of this man. He must leave him to die. Okay, the white man ought to die. He must die. First, he was shot. The man is giving a description. What happened to this man? The man was shot. Then the sea caught him and wounded him with her rocks. Now, sea caught him and wounded him with rocks. If the master heals what the gun did and what the sea did, they will take revenge on us. Okay, what the gun did? He just hurt him, and the rocks, what they did, even they also hurt him. And if we will heal, if master will heal, then they will take revenge. They refers to that what the gun and the rocks and everything. They will take even the American connecting to the, they also connecting here to the American. American will take revenge from us. This man will be in a better condition. He will take revenge because he's a enemy, wartime prisoner. Okay. If I'll tell him what you say, Hannah replied courteously. I will tell him what you say. We want to know the opinion, whether they are in favor with us or they're against us. But she herself was also frightened. Although she was not superstitious as the man was. Okay, man was just blindly superstitious. He said it, he gave his view in that manner. The lady was not superstitious. She did not accept the words of that man. Could it ever be well to do? Okay, help an enemy. It is good to help an enemy. Nevertheless, she told Yumi to fetch the hot water, whatever the case may be. But now she asked to bring water. She asked Yumi to bring water and bring it to the room where the white man was. So she asked to bring the water where the white man was lying. She went and heard slide back the partition. Sada was not yet there. Okay, she went and ahead and slid back the partition. So just she moved the partition. Sada was not yet there. Means Sada has gone to bring his instruments to go further with the process of operation. Yumi, following, put down her wooden bucket. So, who entered? Hannah entered into the room where the wounded man was lying. Following her, the Yumi, the maid, she entered. Okay. When she saw him, her thick lips folded himself into stubbornness. When means the Yumi saw him. Okay. You get angry, you just hold your strong teeth together in anger. You just close your lips. Similarly, I have never washed a white man said, and I will not wash so dirty a one now. So she's saying, I have never washed a white man, so I'm not going to do it now. First reason. Second, I will not wash so dirty now. Okay, means he's so much dirty, I will not wash him now. Hannah cried at her severely. You will do what your master commands you. What happened? That's a owner or someone is a master, head owner. They commands. Similarly, mother even sometimes do the kids. Teachers do sometimes to students. This is my command. This is my order. Okay. Similarly, boss do the commands to the employees. Similarly, here who is the boss here? The Hannah is the boss and Yumi is a maid at her house. So she commanded, you must do, this is my order. There was a fierce look of resistance upon Yumi's round, dull face that Hannah felt unreasonably afraid. What happened? See, when you are saying, sorry sir, I'm not able to do it, you are just requesting sorry. But when say, no, I won't do it, you are aggressive. So aggression was seen on the face of Yumi. Okay, so she was not interested. After all, if the servants should report something that was not as it happened, if she's not agreed, if she'll report somewhere else, if she'll just misinterpret some information, then thing will be worst for them. Well, she said with dignity, you understand, we only want to bring him in a sense so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. So now with a very dignity, the polite manner, she said it. She refers to the students. Do you remember who is she here? Well, she said with dignity. Who is she here? Who is she here? Come on, quickly answer me. Students, I need to see whether you are active or not. Come on, quickly answer me. Who is she here? Who is she here? Come on, quickly answer me. Who is she here? She refers to whom? Yes, quickly answer, students. Yes. Who is she here refers in the line. Who is she here? Very well, she said with dignity. You understand, we only want to bring him to his sense so that we can turn him over as a prisoner. We can turn him over as a prisoner. We can hand over him as a prisoner. Who is she here? She refers to whom? Come on, quickly answer me, students. Yeah, don't delay. I can see your presence. You are present in the class. Come on, quickly answer. Please see here. Yeah, C refers to Hannah. Very good. Very good, Avipsha. Yes, C refers to Hannah. You understand, she is able to understand how the servants, see, we must treat them properly. She understood she's not interested to do it, and she understood her importance. I will have nothing to do with it, Yumi said. Yumi said, this is not my business. This is not my concern. I'm a poor person and it is not my business. This is not my business. I'm a poor person. Leave me. I'm not going to do any favor to this man. Then please, Hannah said it gently, return to your own work. So go back, do your work you were doing it. Get back to your place. At once Yumi left the room, but this left Hannah with white man alone. So what happened? At once Yumi left the room. Now who is all alone inside the room? Hannah with white man. She might have been too afraid to stay had not her anger at Yumi's stubbornness now sustained her. So she understood how she was stubborn, how she understood, but she was from the inside, she was also anger. She was having some anger. Who? Hannah was from inside, she was getting angry, but she controlled her. She controlled her. Okay, stupid Yumi. What happened is a human tendency when someone is not agreed. So from in front, you behave properly. Yeah, this okay, fine. But inner part, in the heart, you get irritated. This idiot, nonsense fellow, he did not help me. Okay, similarly, stupid Yumi, she murmured fearlessly, is this anything but a man? Is this anything? Just a man, a wounded, helpless man. Nothing else, just a helpless and wounded man. Okay, so what happened here? Next line, what is saying? And in the conviction of her own superiority, she bent impulsively and untied the knot rugs that kept the white man covered. So with that, in the inconvenience of her own superiority, so in being a boss, superior, she did not think that. She immediately thinking about this common man, wounded man, she bent impulsively and untied the knot without thinking anything. Immediately she went and another rugs that kept white man covered, means whatever the wrapped dress was there, she removed everything. When she had his breast bare, she dipped the small clean towel that Yumi had poured into the steaming hot water and washed his face carefully. So she was having what towel, and through she just cleaned the face and upper chest. Okay, and she opened the dish and cleaned it. The man skins carefully, though rough with exposure, was a fine texture. He is able to sing the boy, he's able to understand. Rough due to wound, but this is a fine texture. Young man, young fellows, okay, youth, as young kids, you do have your skin color, texture, the old man owned. Okay, similarly, here the same thing she marked it. She is able to mark that he is a what? Young one, very blonde. When he was a child, means very we praise beautiful to girl, very blonde is praising like a handsome one. Must have been very blonde when he was a child. He must be blonde, he must be handsome boy when he would be a child. Looking to the face, the Hannah is thinking, and thought is coming into the mind of Hannah. Next, what happened? While she was thinking these thoughts, though not really liking the man better, but now that he was no longer a child. Okay, he did not like. Okay, but she kept on washing him until his upper body was quite clean. As he's not a child, he's not a small boy. But the thing was there, she's trying to the mental balance. Okay, mental balance was disturbed as the Yumi denied. And then after that, she controlled and started doing her work. See, she is not a doctor, but she is helping. She is not a nurse, but she is helping. First helping is going on, and later on see how she's working in more other events. Okay, but she dared him turn him over. Where was thou? Now her anger was ebbing, her anger was increasing. She's cleaning from the top body, and just she turned it, and she was anxious again. She rose. weeping her hands on the wrong towel. She's weeping her hands on a wrong towel. Then least the man was chilled. She put the quilts over him, and then she found that the body was getting chilled, means cold, and she covered the quilt on him. Sada called softly. Sada, she called softly. Okay, Hannah called very softly to her husband, and now Sada visited. He had been about to come in when she called. He had about to come in when she called. See what happened? When you will be at the door, you are going to enter, and at the same time, someone called you. Come on, you get it? Same time, what happened? The words and the time matched. Similarly, the thing happened here. His hand had been on the door, and now he opened. She saw that he had been bought the surgeon's emergency bag. Surgeon's emergency bag, the carrier bag, all the things were there, all the belongings of him was there in the bag for required to do the surgery. That he wore surgeon's coat, and he was wearing his surgeon's coat. You have decided to operate, she cried. Okay, you have decided to operate, she cried. Yes, he said softly. So shortly turned his back to her and unfolded a sterilized towel upon the floor of Tokonoma. Okay, so what happened? Alcove and put his instruments upon it. You see, as we present day, we use hand sanitizer to make the things, our hand clean and to protect from the virus. So similarly, he used sterilized towel upon the floor of Tokonoma alcove and put it instruments onto it. He just put all the instruments on it where the germs or virus or anything else would not come in contact with that. Okay, fetch towels, he said. He said, bring that towel. She went obediently, and but how anxious now. The linen sleeves and took out the towels. She marked that how anxious means how what is the condition. She changed it to the linen sleeve and took out the towels, and she took out the towels and got the linen sleeve. They ought also to be old piece of matting so that the blood would not run fine floor covering. So as if he was lying on the floor, that they were thinking that the blood won't pass through and reach the floor. It will be choked by in between by some other material. They ought also be old piece of matting so that the blood would not ruin the fine floor matting. She went out of the back veranda where the gardener kept strip of matting with which to product delicate scrubs on cold nights, and took an armful of them. What happened? Try to understand here in these lines. There ought also to be old piece of matting. There ought also to be old piece of matting so that blood would not ruin fine pieces of matting, so that the fine or floor covering. So there was a matting was there, and the floor covering would not get damaged by the matting. So she went out to the back veranda where the gardener kept stripes of matting with which to protect the delicate scrubs on cold nights, and then an armful of them. So she went outside, she called the gardener, gardener will come and arrange on the floor, and by arranging some mattings on the floor through which the mattings floor won't get damaged on the on other days in the night, and other days the floor would get damaged. Okay, so but when she went back into the room, she saw this was useless. Okay, as she went back to the room, means when she went back to it, she saw this was useless. The blood had already soaked through the packing in the man's wound and had ruined the mat, ruined the mat under him. So the mat was wasted, and they've ruined the mat. Okay, so means ruin the mat refers to here the blood already again started flowing, and the blood had already clotted or gathered on the mat. Over the mat, she cried, yes, it is ruined. So they replied, as though he did not care, help me to turn him. Okay, he commanded her. Then he commanded, help me to turn him. Okay, help me to turn the commanded. Okay, he commanded her. So just help me to turn, means he was lying through the chest, she cleaned the chest front portion, then she want to clean the back portion of that man. She obeyed him without a word, and he began to wash the man's back carefully. She obeyed. Now she has done the front portion. Now Sadao is doing the back portion. Yumi would now wash him. Thou said, "Did you wash him then? Did you wash him then?" So the asked, not stopping for a moment. That swift, conscious movements. So what happened? Yumi would not wash him. Said, "Did you wash him? Him?" Then Sadao asked, not stopping for a moment, his swift, concise movements. What happened here? Did you wash him then? Sadao asked, not stopping for a moment. Okay, Sadao was busy in his work, not stopping for a moment. As a doctor doing his work, he can talk. As a doctor doing some surgery, he can talk. Similarly, he was doing his work and he started talking. Not being to wash the man's back carefully. Yumi would not wash him, he said. Yumi said it, she won't wash him. Do you wash him then? Sadao asked, not stopping for a moment, his swift, concise movements. Okay, so he's saying that. Sadao asked him, stopping for a moment, his swift, concise movement. Okay, so his swift, concise movement, very short movements he wanted. Yes, he said. He did not seem to hear her. He did not seem to hear her, but she was used to his absorption when he was at work. Okay, what happened here? He did not seem to hear. This is, see, someone has a habit. When they do work, they focus in that work so particularly that they are not able to understand what is happening around him or around them. So she wandered for a moment. If it mattered to him, what was the body upon which he worked so long? It was for the work he did so excellently. Okay, so what happened here? For a moment, if it mattered to him, what was the body upon? What was the body upon? He worked so long, it was for the work he did so excellent. It was for the work, things will work, and they again called the people. It was for the work he did so excellent. It was for the work only he did it. You will have to give anesthetics if he needs it, he said it. She replied blankly, but I never, here the narrator did not have the word to have things. Okay, she reported blankly, but never have it. She never have it. It is easy enough, he said impatiently. It is easy to do it or to get it. He was talking about the packing now, and blood began to flow more quickly. So he was talking about the packing. Now he is able to see the blood is flowing. Peered into the wound with a bright surgeon's light. Okay, so surgeons are wearing the light on the forehead, and when they look, so they can get the proper light in that particular place. The bullet is still there, he said with cool interest. Now I wonder how deep this rock wound is. If it is not too deep, it may be that I can get the bullet. But the spreading bleeding, but the bleeding is not superficial. He has lost much blood. He has already lost much blood. So that's why you have to be very careful and you have to take the process ahead. Otherwise, the man will lose his life. At this moment, Hannah choked. Okay, she started choking. When she started coughing. He looked up and saw her face the color of sulfur. He looked up and saw the face that color of sulfur. The face expression is changed. If I stop now, the man will surely die. If I stop, the man will surely die. She clasped her hands to her mouth, and leaped ran out of the room. Outside in the garden, he heard the retching, but he went on with his work. So students, we will be doing here today till page number 33. Okay, till page number 33. Next class we'll continue from here, means from the next page number 34. Okay, so till here in the page we'll be doing it. What happened? At this moment, Hannah choked. See, Hannah, she again I am repeating, Hannah choked. He looked up and saw her face color of sulfur. Again, I am repeating, Hannah, she is a normal, common girl or lady. Doctor, who is doctor? Shada, Dr. Shada is a doctor. He has the potential to treat the patient, to see the anesthetic injection, so many things. But this girl is a common girl. She is neither doctor nor a nurse. She never has experience of seeing what these anesthetics, these conditions of the patient. But here she is in a different, we can see her character in a very different way. He thought, he had forgotten that, of course, she had never seen an operation, but that the fact she never seen an operation. But her distress, his inability to go to her at once made him impatient and irritable with his man who lay dead under his knife. What he's saying, it will be better for her to empty her stomach. He thought it is better to empty her stomach, to remain empty stomach. He had forgotten that, of course, she had never seen an operation. So it is fact. He had forgotten that, of course, she had never seen an operation. There's a fact, she has never seen an operation. Who? That is the Hannah. But her distress and inability to go to her at once made him impatient. Okay. So, but her distress, whose distress? Hannah distress. His inability to go to her at once means she is not able to go to him at once. Impatient and irritable with this man who lay like dead under his knife. Okay, so what is saying? At once he at once made him impatient. There was a scene when a narrator had become impatient. So now we are able to see the irritable with this man who lay like dead under his knife. Means the man who is dead. Seeing these conditions, this seems to be irritable. Okay, who? The Hannah. She is feeling different. Okay, so till here I am doing today. Till here I am doing today, students. I'm not taking further. I'm not continuing the chapter here. So just before going sign out or from here, students, I want whatever I have taught you till page number 33. Go through it, read it, and next video that I'll be uploading in the next class, I'll be doing live sessions. We can discuss the recapitulation, your doubts, then we can continue from the page number 34. Okay, so if I'll continue at a stress, it will be like a it will be pressure on your head. It will be pain, it will take much pain on your head. If at a time I'll take cover a big chapter. So just in a part wise I'll explain everything. Read it and come. We'll have a discussion in our next class. Okay, next class today is Monday. Probably live session again will be on Wednesday. There's a gap on Tuesday, and again I'll be live on Wednesday. So the video will be uploaded on this channel on Tuesday even, but on live session will be on Wednesday. So students, again taking sign off from you, I request go and read the chapter till page number 33 of your textbook, and do practice. If there's some questions, if you face some difficulties you face, try to enhance your vocabulary, check yourself with the dictionary, and if you have any doubt, just try to ask me in the next class. I'll help you out to overcome with your doubts, and we'll work out together the page number 34. We'll continue the page from here. Okay, thank you students. Enjoy, sit back, and just come in contact in my next class. Write it down to me in the next class, and if you have anything, any issues, let's sit and discuss and improve. So before taking a sign out from, again I'll request to subscribe my channel, don't forget, and just to press like button, just like my videos. If you like my videos, definitely I'll feel you are giving my efforts is worthy, and just don't forget to press the bell icon button. So just I'll remind you, I'll show you the same thing once more of my channel. Just don't forget to press bell icon button and like, subscribe, share as much as possible. Share to your friends, let them get connected, let them know about the channel, let them know me, and let me know the students. As much sharing, that much caring I can take the students, I can care you all, and I can help you. Okay, and I can come to you. Okay, so with this, I come down, I take sign out. Read the chapter. If you don't have the textbook near you, just do download the PDF. It is available in the website of CBSE and NCERT, and I hope you will be able to do it. Come reading. Okay, it will help when I'll be doing recapitulation. Next class recapitulation of the chapter, I'll be asking questions. You will be answering. I won't just narrate it. I want your involvement. Okay, students. So just before taking sign out, one more reminder. Today CBSE result is declared of class 12. Which I have able to see ODM school, one of the pinnacle batch student has done second state topper. So I hope working out means only by second due to subject English, 1 or 2 mark less in English, he stood second topper. If you'd be doing better in English, you could be one state topper of Orissa. So just I hope English is that subject who can get, you can get 100 out of 100, even 99 also, until unless if you won't go for regular practice. So that's why I remind you, so don't try to ignore the subject English from the beginning. Be connected, work out, and just this subject will help you to get better marks in average and in total. If this subject you'll keep it for the last, this your average will be down for this subject. So this, from my as a teacher, I request you to work out and just come up, read it with slow and steady, win the race. Don't keep it for the last day. Last day you will be help yourself to pass. You can't help to do better marks. That's why beginning one by one we are working, at the last you can have all total. Okay. So that's why this is the small piece of advice, information. So your work, your credibility. So nothing with me, nothing any teacher. So just we are the guide, mentor, teacher, friend, whatever you can treat. Just come to us. We're there to help you out. So students, do subscribe. I'll be doing the mentoring classes. I'll be doing what we can say. As a psychologist, when the students have counseling, I do counseling. Students, if you have any problem, I can connect to it. So counseling sessions will start very soon with the students also. So that's why if you have any issues, students, do come for the career counseling. I do help with the students. So that's my request. Be connected. Any issues from the beginning we can help. At the end we will be getting the solution. But at the end you'll start, you won't be getting that target fulfilled. So target, have a big target, you can achieve something. So with this information, I remain here, students. Let's work out, you work out, and share the friends. Share as much as possible. Share. Just only one message I'm giving. Try to share. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. And read and come. We'll discuss in our next class if you have any doubt. So English coaching class, your English teacher, I'll be waiting for you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Next live session on Wednesday, and Tuesday you'll be getting my recorded video uploaded in the channel. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.